Warm welcome, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. As her office got bulldozed in Bandra, Mumbai today, Kangana Ranaut came to Mumbai. And therein, she took the fight that has been brewing with the Sena over weeks, away from the Sena, away from Maharashtra, and laid it directly at the doorstep of the Chief Minister, attacking, challenging Uddhav Thackeray. What is the Aghadi government going to do now? What is Shiv Sena going to do now? Well, they, on their own, have a three-pronged strategy to take on Kangana, one of which played out today through the BMC.
उद्धव ठाकरे, तुझे क्या लगता है कि तूने फिल्म माफिया के साथ मिलके मेरा घर तोड़ के मुझसे बहुत बड़ा बदला लिया है?
Kangana versus Maharashtra, Kangana versus Sena. Is now Kangana versus Uddhav Thackeray, with the defiant actor taking the fight directly to the Mumbai Chief Minister.
आज मेरा घर टूटा है, कल तेरा घमंड टूटेगा। ये वक्त का पहिया है, याद रखना। हमेशा एक जैसा नहीं रहता।
Amidst a Y+ security ring, Kangana entered her proverbial Karambhumi, while Sena BMC bulldozers tore through the office of Kangana Ranaut with just a day's notice.
आज कंगना रनौत का जो कार्यालय था, उसके ऊपर जो तोड़फोड़ की कार्रवाई हुई, उसकी आवश्यकता नहीं थी। साफ दिख रहा है कि यह बदले की भावना से ओतप्रोत है।
In midst of Sena protesting her entry to Mumbai at the airport, countered by the Karni Sena supporting Kangana, the demolition of her office was halted by the Mumbai courts. But the damage was done. Politics exploded at the back of what till now was left to conjecture. The opposition charging that Kangana was a political pawn at the hand of the BJP.
किसी ने आपके खिलाफ बात कही, इसलिए जब आप कार्रवाई करते हो तो ये कायरता है, बदले की भावना है, और महाराष्ट्र में इस प्रकार की भावना का कोई सम्मान नहीं हो सकता।
Brazening through the charge of vindictive politics and misuse of power by bulldozing her office in a day's notice, the Sena-led Maharashtra government now has a three-pronged attack strategy to take on Kangana. The legal fight over the BMC demolition, the drug nexus probe. The Sena government ordered a probe into a drug link based on an old interview of her ex-boyfriend Adhyan Suman. The third attack, Kangana will now possibly face a sedition charge by Sena over the row of her referring to Mumbai as Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and Taliban. The off-late tame Shiv Sena clearly has now decided to take a leaf from its old ways of muscular Marathi Manus politics. Kangana, on the other hand, remains defiant.
ये जो क्रूरता और ये जो आतंक है, अच्छा हुआ ये मेरे साथ हुआ, क्योंकि इसके कुछ मायने हैं।
It's a clash of egos and politics is at play. Which way it turns is anybody's guess. The fight may have just begun. Bureau Report, India Today. All right, so Kangana right now is in Mumbai. How is the Shiv Sena leading the Mahagadi government going to deal with it? Well, they have a three-pronged strategy and we're going to put it out there. Number one played out today with what you saw, the demolition of her office in Pali Hill. So that legal fight over the BMC demolition continues. And mind you, the lens of the BMC is now going to shift from her office in Pali Hill, which they've pretty much destroyed, to her car residence. And they had given her a notice in 2018. So very possible that they are going to come good on taking action on her car residence. So that's challenge one that Kangana faces. The second challenge that Kangana faces is the probe in her drug nexus link. Now, the Sena government has ordered a probe into the drug link based on an old interview. Mind you, Adhyan Suman, who had gone on record to say that Kangana used to take drugs, even drugs like cocaine. So there is now going to be an official inquest investigation into that. Challenge number three that Kangana will have to face is a sedition case slapped by the Shiv Sena. What is this sedition case about? Well, it's on the row for the statement that she made where she compared Mumbai to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, even to the Taliban. The Shiv Sena has now actually slapped a sedition case against her. Not just that, the privilege motion that has been moved against Kangana Ranaut. All of that at play. The big question that is being asked is, isn't this vindictive politics? Isn't this misuse of power? Connecting right now to Rajya Sabha MP and spokesperson Shiv Sena, Priyanka Chaturvedi joining us live. Appreciate you joining me, Priyanka. Tell me, Priyanka, how and why should this not be deemed vindictive, abject misuse of power by the BMC, targeting Kangana Ranaut within just a day's notice? Why not?
Firstly, BMC is an empowered local body which has a municipal commissioner, which works independent of political parties which are governing the corporation, and they go as per the rules of the book and as per the rules that have been flouted and have to be brought to order. And law and order has to be maintained. This is not the first demolition that they have undertaken. Many celebrities in the past who made illegal changes in their plans have been looked into. But nobody has targeted the government or the BMC for this, whether it was Mr. Shah Rukh Khan, whether it was Mr. Kapil Sharma, whether it was Sonu Sood, whether it was late Irfan Khan, everybody. So this entire idea of vindictive, nature of this entire demolition is absolutely ridiculous. You are undermining a corporation which is empowered with a mayor of the city, and I think they would be the best suited to answer these questions. And making this about the government versus herself, I think is, too much of being read into it and too much being implied through all the videos that she's been sharing.
No, but too much is going to be read into it, Priyanka, and why I say that is because all of this happened during the time of coronavirus. The BMC should in fact be fighting, the case rise. Look at the numbers that are coming in from Maharashtra. It continues to dominate. Number one, that. Number two, 24-hour notice. That's all she was given. A 24-hour notice to tear down her building. Statistically, if you look at it, and we're going to pull out the statistics there, let's just go back from 2016 to 2019. The BMCs had given over 51 complaints they had. They sent notices on half of them, which was about 21,000. They acted on only 5,000, and all of the ones that they actually acted on, they gave multiple notices till the time they brought the building down. Why should it not be deemed vindictive or getting back at someone?
Municipal corporation is an independent body in itself, and they have to tell us, those who are opposing all these illegal demolitions, they should tell us, are they okay with all the legal demolitions? I haven't heard a voice in support of all the slums that are broken down in a day's notice, but somehow this creates a lot of outrage in every single Indian's mind, without a thought about those poor people whose homes are also demolished at times and notices are served for one day. How a lawyer could have very well gone to the court and sorted this out in the morning, but they were busy doing tweeting about it, busy giving TV interviews. So I think this is an unfair targeting of the state government, because it suits the narrative of those people who have chosen to attack Maharashtra, chosen to stay silent when Mumbai is being compared to Pakistan, and they're choosing to be silent about how taxpayers' hard-earned money is being used for someone's security.
But, Priyanka, I want to ask you, will her car house be next? Will her car house be next? Because in 2018, a notice was given.
No, it's not about... See, listen, you must understand. There is a proper process as far as the corporation is concerned. So while the health department is looking at all forms of COVID and they're tackling this, and they're doing a brilliant job of it, right from Dharavi to every part of the city in terms of managing COVID, managing the hospitals, ensuring field hospitals are in place, ensuring beds are in place, ensuring oxygen is in place. But the other side of the department is also to ensure that no illegal structures exist in the city of Mumbai. So they will continue doing their job, irrespective of whose job they are doing. It could be, like I said, it has happened to many celebrities in the past, but nobody has used it for making this about us versus them as much as she's doing, because she is speaking on behalf of the powers that be, who are upset with the entire idea of not being in power in the state of Maharashtra, and who would do anything in their rights to continue to undermine and demean whether it's the city police, the state police, or the state government. It is politics for them, while for us, it is our routine job which we have been doing and we are being targeted for.
Well, it's vindictive politics for a lot of people today, Priyanka, if you deny it or not. But let's look at even the opposition here. They've come out, they've called it vindictive politics. They say we don't quite agree with what she says, but this is vindictive politics to take down her house. A lot of people from the industry have come out in support from her, of her. The language that she has used. You say she's made it us against them. Now she's clearly made it her against Uddhav Thackeray, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. She's invoked Marathi pride in her favor. She's even compared her office that the BMC tore down to the Ram Mandir. She even talks about that she feels like a Kashmiri Pandit. Do you think this is all political language? Do you think she's a political pawn in all of this?
I mean, she talks about Kashmiri Pandits without knowing the context of Shiv Sena and Shri Bala Saheb Thackerayji's role in ensuring that all the Kashmiri Pandit refugees who had come to Maharashtra got not just a life of dignity, but also got education opportunities, work opportunities, and we continue to stand by them. And it is a community which, in every home, I remember going to a Kashmiri Pandit home which had a photograph of Shri Bala Saheb Thackeray. I've shopped at so many places in Delhi Heart, if you would know, where Kashmiri Pandits come to sell their wear. They talk about him so highly. And for her to make this and to reduce their pain, to reduce their fight for survival to a wall demolition is just so unfortunate. And when she brings in Ram Mandir, she compares her office, which is an illegally made up place with illegal structures, she compares it to the holy site of Bhagwan Sri Ram. What does it speak of all the false Hindu narrative that Bharatiya Janata Party has been pushing by giving support to someone like her? So it is unfortunate, and it also speaks of the politics behind all that she's
the brazenness, you know, Priyanka, that it's happened, the BMC taking down her office. Why shouldn't one believe that the Shiv Sena is now going back or taking a leaf from its old ways of muscular, sometimes very violent, regional Marathi Manus politics?
No. What is muscular regional politics? Is the Bharatiya Janata Party undermining the Supreme Court, undermining our judiciary, undermining our election commission, undermining our high courts, undermining our CBI, ED, NCB, every single force in town is not vindictive politics, is absolutely part of democracy. But anything that Shiv Sena happens to do or take a stance for the city of Mumbai or for the state of Maharashtra becomes about regional politics. This is absolute hypocrisy on the part of all those who ask this question of the Shiv Sena today, because it is not just about Mumbai and Maharashtra pride. It is about how democracy is being undermined at every step of the way by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and we are turning a blind eye to that while you continue to question the opposition.
All right, okay. Priyanka, appreciate you joining us. Thank you there for giving your side of the story. I want to connect to our other panelists this evening, Hitesh Jain, BJP spokesperson, Daniel Francis, political analyst, and Sonali Kapoor, who's an actor. Hitesh Jain, let's begin with you. Where does the BJP actually stand on this? You have Mr. Fadnavis, who comes out and says, we don't agree with her. She's insulted Maharashtra, but this is wrong.
Well, one may agree or one may disagree with what Kangana Ranaut has said. But if one wants to understand the meaning of vendetta, fascism, emergency, you have to see what is happening in the state of Maharashtra. I can understand that the knowledge of the illegal wall, this wall has been there for quite some years. I can understand they have issued a notice for some illegal structures in 2018. I can understand all the actions being taken in 2018, 2019. One can understand nobody would have had the argument of vendetta, and whatever Priyanka Chaturvedi saying corporation independently taking actions, one could have given her that stand. But particularly when there is a fight, there is a dialogue that is happening between the Shiv Sena spokesperson and Kangana Ranaut, and after that, when you use the machinery and you use the whole machinery of the state to take a fight against a lady, I mean, this is what it shows in the land of Chhatrapati. This has never happened in the history of Maharashtra. This is a land of Chhatrapati. People are brave. If there is a politics, people will fight politics with politics. But people will never use a vendetta, and that also against a woman. Second and most important point on the people who are giving the sermons regarding the action of legit actions of the municipal corporation. There is an order of the Bombay High Court which has prevented all the demolitions till 30th September 2020. And I will be looking at the affidavit that will be filed by the municipal commissioner that he is not aware of such orders, or in brazen defiance of that order, he has carried out this action of demolition. And as regards undermining, and I just want to quickly complete in 30 seconds. If she is saying that this is an independent action of municipal corporation, then why are you criticizing the actions of the Supreme Court and CBI and blaming it on BJP? I mean, if you feel that one agency is independent, so are all the agencies that are independent. The fact is, Kangana Ranaut spoke against Shiv Sena and she was paid back in such a coin. I mean, which
all
is
right.
called
Okay,
vendetta.
Daniel Francis, there are only two ways to look at this. One way, that the Shiv Sena got baited into doing what it did in terms of, breaking down her office and then facing the flag that it has. The other way is that it doesn't care. It wants to go back to the muscular regional image of what it had, and in the last couple of years had tamed.
Yeah, obviously this issue has given them an opportunity to revive their regional fervor and politics of Marathi Asmita that they always talk about and always have also defended. If you really talk to people in Mumbai, and particularly those who are locals, they are livid with Kangana the way she has targeted Maharashtra, even targeting the Thakres for that matter. You know that the Sainiks are very hardcore in that sense, and they don't like being targeted the way she's targeting their chief. And if you really go in the past, we have seen that there are many actors who had a very patchy relationship with the Shiv Sena. Unless and until you go and you spend time at Matoshri and you have a respectful relationship with them, for you to survive peacefully in Mumbai is a difficulty, which is a fact that is known to everybody.
Okay.
With the way Kangana is attacking, of course, she's definitely being helped by the BJP, and she is serving a political purpose of her own and others. But the way she's attacking this, it's an absolutely political war between Kangana.
All right, let's keep the politics aside, Daniel, and let's bring in somebody who wants to make a career, who's come in from outside. Sonali Kapoor is one of them. Sonali, when you saw today her office being torn down, keep the politics aside. As somebody who's an actor in the city, what went through your mind?
See, definitely, Maharashtra government is attacking her because she's somebody from outside who took a stand for SSR, who was the first person to, just comment on how the things are happening in this case.
So you are saying it was vendetta politics?
Absolutely, it is. Maharashtra government didn't have time to figure out what's happening in SSR's case, but they had time to figure out that she has made an illegal construction from where?
No, well, the case has been transferred to the CBI, so that's a completely different analogy that you're drawing, but appreciate you all for joining us. Thank you there. One thing is very clear, that the BJP is going to make a meal of it, especially what you saw one of our panelists just say, Hitesh Jain, that there was a stay. There was a stay, especially during the times of Corona, till October on any demolition. Let's see what goes on from here on, because right now, it seems that the fight might have just begun, political or otherwise. Up next is Rahul Kanwal. Stay with us. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.